Sister Christine, teachers and fellow students. 21st June is observed as International Yoga Day. On this occasion, the students of Department of B.Ed, Loreto College, Kolkata celebrate and present before you a virtual program titled Key to Wellness. Yoga is essentially a spiritual discipline based on extremely subtle science which focuses on bringing about harmony between body, mind and soul. It's an art and science of healthy living. The word yoga is derived from Sanskrit word yuj, meaning to join, to yoke or to unite. The aim of yoga is self-realization to overcome all kinds of suffering, leading to a state of liberation, that is moksha, or freedom, that is kaivalya. It also refers to inner science comprising of variety of methods through which human beings can realize this union and achieve mastery over their destiny. Yoga began as a spiritual practice but has become popular as a way of promoting physical and mental well-being. Some of the benefits of yoga are: it helps in improvement of body balance, body posture, stability, flexibility, stamina, strength and endurance. It reduces risk of injury, increases concentration, helps one to understand the body, mind and soul connection and develops body awareness. Yoga contributes to healthier heart, improves sleeping pattern and helps to manage stress. Yoga poses a positive impact on life and has many benefits, most importantly, physical and mental benefits. The students of Department of B.Ed would now demonstrate some asanas which all of us can practice at home as key to wellness.
Surya Namaskar, or sun salutation. Stand erect at the top edge of the mat with your feet together. As you breathe in, bring your palms together in front of your chest in Pranam Asana. Inhale and raise your arms together to the ceiling and bend your back, coming into Hasta Utthasana. Exhale. Bend forward from the waist, keeping the spine erect. Bring the hands down to the floor next to your feet, coming into Padahastasana. Inhale. Take your right leg backward, knee to the floor. Lower the hip and look up in Ashwasanchalanasana. Exhale. Take the left leg backward and come into Dandasana. Make sure your shoulders are above the wrist and your entire body in slant position. Gently bring your knees down to the floor and exhale. Rest your chest and chin on the floor and come into Ashtanga Namaskarasana. Inhale. Scroop forward and raise the chest up to the Cobra pose Bhujangasana. Exhale. Come into Parvadasana. Lift the hips and the tailbone upward to bring the body into V pose. Inhale. Bring the right foot forward in between the two hands. The left knee goes down on the floor. Press the hips down and look up and come into Ashwasanchalanasana. Exhale. Bring the left foot forward and try to touch your palms on the floor in Padahastasana. Inhale. Lift your palms up and bend your back and come into Hasta Utthasana. Exhale. As you exhale, straighten the body and bring your palms together in front of your chest in Pranam Asana. Benefits of Surya Namaskar. It improves blood circulation, helps to regulate menstrual cycle, stretches muscles and makes body flexible. Do's and don'ts of Surya Namaskar. Always do sun salutation on an empty stomach. Never to eat or drink before practicing it. People who suffer from back conditions and high blood pressure are discouraged to do Surya Namaskar.
Padmasana, Lotus Pose. Steps. Sit on a flat surface with your spine erect and your legs stretched out. Gently bend the right knee and use your hands to place it on your left thigh. Your soles must face upward and the heels must be close to your abdomen. Do the same with the other leg. Now, with your feet comfortably placed on opposite thighs, model your hands into a mudra of your choice and place it in position on the knees. The hand must be straight and the spine erect at all times. Breathe long and deep. Hold the position for a few minutes and release. Do's and don'ts. Avoid doing this asana if you have a knee or ankle injury. This asana must be practiced under the guidance of an experienced teacher. Benefits: this asana opens up the hips. It stretches the ankles and knees. It relaxes the mind and calms the brain. It increases awareness and attentiveness. It helps develop good posture.
Bhujangasana. For performing this asana, lie down on the ground facing the floor with your chest and abdomen touching the ground. The legs should be joined properly in such fashion that the heels and knees of both legs touch each other. Stretch the legs as much as possible to resemble the tail of a serpent. Place the palms near the chest facing the ground and slowly lift the head. The elbow should touch the ground by lifting the head and shoulder. Inhale slowly while raising the head, neck and shoulders. Shoulders should be shrugged backwards. Raise the chin as high as possible. Maintain the position for 5 to 10 seconds or as long as comfortable. To come back, bring the chest, shoulder, chin and head to the ground, placing the forehead on the ground and arms along the body. Repeat the steps. The do's and don'ts of Bhujangasana. Put minimum weight on the hands and distribute body weight on the back. Perform the asana slowly. Do not jerk to lift the body. Benefits of Bhujangasana. It stimulates the digestive, reproductive and urinary systems and increases flexibility.
Vrikshasana, tree pose. Steps. Stand with 2 inches feet apart with arms by your side. Focus on a point in front. Bend the right foot and place the sole of right foot firmly on the inner side of the left thigh, and left leg should be straight. The toes of the right leg should point downward. Once you have found your balance, take a deep breath and gracefully raise your arms over your head. Bring your palms together in Namaskar Mudra, that is, hands folded. Balance the pose as long as you can. Try to make your spines straight and feel the stretching from toes to fingers. With deep exhale, bring arms and legs down. Repeat the same with the other leg to complete one round. Do's and don'ts. Vrikshasana is to be practiced on an empty stomach. You should take the meal at least 4 to 5 hours prior to practice this yoga. It should not be practiced in case of high blood pressure, low blood pressure. Benefits: the pose tones up all the joints of the body. It supplies blood to the blood vessels of the toes, the knees, the elbows, etc. in sufficient quantity.
The Trikonasana or the triangle pose. Stretch your legs a little more than your shoulder level. Then raise your hands. Make a right angle with your right ankle. Then gradually bend down to touch your ankle with your hand. Look up. The left hand should be at a right angle above you. You can hold this position for at least 10 to 12 seconds, followed by which you can relax and return to your old position. The benefits of the Trikonasana are: it stretches and strengthens the thighs, knees and ankles. It also stretches the hip, hamstrings, calves, shoulders, chest and spine. It stimulates the abdominal organs, helps relieve stress, improves digestion and relieves the symptoms of menopause. However, while doing this position, do not overstretch your body as it may cause unnecessary pain or injury. If the neck begins to hurt in the upward direction, you can slightly lower it. You should avoid practicing this asana in case you have a severe pain in the neck, back or shoulders. People suffering from vertigo, spinal disorders, high blood pressure, breathing trouble, migraine and spondylitis should not practice this asana.
Ustrasana or the camel pose. First, sit in Vajrasana. Slowly stand on your knees. Knees should be hips width apart. Then, right hand goes up. Exhaling, place the right palm on the right heel. Then, place the left palm on the left heel. Inhale and push the hips forward. As you drop your head, your chest opens up. Stay in the camel pose, the Ustrasana, for a couple of breaths. Ustrasana improves posture and flexibility of the spine. It relieves the body of lower back ache and improves digestion. Ustrasana should be avoided if one has back or neck injury or high or low blood pressure. Now, slowly return to the initial Vajrasana pose and relax for a while.
Yoga is an integral part of our lifestyle. The art of practicing yoga brings together physical and mental disciplines to attain a peaceful body and mind. In the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is the most important authority on yoga philosophy, Shri Krishna explains to Arjuna the meaning of yoga. He says, yoga is a balanced state of the body and mind. Yoga is the breaking of contact with pain. Yoga, an ancient practice and meditation, has become increasingly popular in today's busy society. Including yoga in everyday life is one of the healthiest practice people can ever make. It removes the impurities from the level of mind and unites everything with the spirit. By putting our students in better touch with the quiet place inside of them where intuition wells up, yoga also can facilitate the quest for meaning in life. Yoga can be very effective in developing coping skills and reaching a more positive outlook on life. For many people, yoga provides a retreat from their chaotic, busy lives. Yoga's incorporation of meditation and breathing can additionally improve a person's overall mental well-being. Yoga is the key to wellness, as it is comprehensive and holistic in nature. Thus, yoga is a way of cultivating wholeness, a unison of body, mind, and spirit. Resembling the wholeness and recognizing this wholeness is the spiritual side of the practice. On behalf of the students of the Department of B.Ed, I would like to thank Sister Christine Coutinho, Principal Loreto College, for her constant support and encouragement. I am also thankful to Dr. Devika Guha, Head, Department of B.Ed, for guiding and motivating us to participate in this program on a virtual platform on the occasion of International Yoga Day. I am also grateful to our teacher of physical education, Mrs. Adhikari, for helping us understand the significance of yoga in daily life and assisting us to learn the yoga asanas and perform the same. Thank you all for joining us on this special occasion.